Junior Dan, love to see. I love the white suit going on. It's all very Christmassy.
Yeah, I just thought,
Make an effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Junior Dan, reggae gospel artist, I've been told that
Yes.
your title is. Is that true?
Reggae gospel, yes.
Reggae gospel.
Yeah.
But you did start off reggae.
Yeah, I used to sing
Reggae.
reggae,
Right.
ragga, lovers rock,
Let's go back then. Let's go back. Born in
Harleston,
northwest
North
London.
Weasel, yeah.
North Weasel, as they say. There's you now. Anyway, shush. Where's it going? We don't need to get my cake. Right. So, but then you went back to Jamaica, or you was
Yes,
taken back?
my dad was going back to Jamaica to live after retirement, and he decided to take me with him.
And you was how old then?
I was 15 and a half,
Okay.
16.
Right.
16.
So, would you say that was your turning point in getting into the musical side of your life and in reggae?
It was a turning point in going back to singing reggae music, because I used to sing along with Venture Records, who was my neighbour at the time, and I'd done a song which weren't released, but I'd done the Dinah Ross song "You Are Everything" when I was 7 years old. So yeah, and I always had a voice, and people always say, "No, you need to sing,"
Yeah.
But it's getting that opportunity and making that opportunity.
Yeah.
So I didn't sing for a few years. I sang at school, little karaoke, and it was only when I went back to Jamaica with my father that there was a sound in the area, a local sound called Upsetter, and every Friday evening we used to go out there and we used to take turns to go on the mic, and it was, quite overwhelming at the time, you know what I mean? But I just used to close my eyes and just sing, and I just hear everybody saying, "Why you can't sing?"
Yeah.
So I entered a few competitions in Jamaica, Tasties in Crossroads, and
That's very popular. That's
where like Professor Nuts, Yellow Man got their break, and I left country, went to town, and done a thing there, but I didn't get through. But it didn't stop me from keep going.
Yeah. You left country, which is what, Clarendon?
Clarendon. Yeah.
Like we're supposed to know it,
Yeah.
I left country, I went to town. So let's get into that. So you left Clarendon, went to Kingston.
Yeah.
Right
For
up
this
there.
event,
Yeah.
And at the end of the event, I was told to go back on the country truck and go back up country, go plant yam, But it encouraged me more than discouraged me,
Yeah.
But them days were really good, and I came back to England at the age of 20, 21.
All right, so that's about 7 years, 7 years after?
6 years.
6 years
Yeah,
after?
Yeah.
All right, so with a change of sort of mentality, if you will,
Yeah.
raring to go in a musical career. So when you landed back here again,
Landed back, and I landed back same time as like Professor Nuts, Cutty Ranks, and Leroy Gibbons. And them days, it was the only pirate station that was going at that time in Stonebridge was Traffic Jam with Bushman and DJP and Hitman Tire, and I used to live in that studio. And I started doing some work with a guy called Lloydie Crucial,
Right on.
and he recorded my first song, which was Rick Ashley's "Never Gonna Give You Up."
Oh yeah.
But I done it in my style, in reggae style, and I got a few shows off of that. Hilltop, and that's where I started, Bridge Park, and Tavistock.
Yeah.
Then I linked up with General Levy in Tavistock, and I got him out of Tavistock after he was on some sound Vigilante, them days, and I brought him to the studio. Brought him to Tono's studio, which was in Ladbroke Road, and we started doing some stuff there, and they were a bit slow. So we went on to Music Street, which was Robbo Ranks. He had a label called Music Street, and we all got together, and I found this guy called Jazzwad, and we all got together as a team of 4, started billing tunes, and we put out You Can't Hurry Love and Tell Me Why. And Levy, very exuberant guy, I've got to big him up, because like he was very influential in, getting me known as well, and we've done shows like for about 6-7 years everywhere. Eventually we got signed up with London Records. We done Monkey Man, done a video for that. It was meant to go on, but don't know what happened there. yeah.
So you're still rocking it. You're still in there.
Yeah.
What are we looking at now?
Yeah. What happened is obviously everybody's life takes a turn, whether good or bad, and I ended up, becoming a crack addict. For a couple of years. I went to 4 rehabs, and it was when I went to the rehab, I ended up in a Christian rehab, and decided that I'm gonna, give my life to Christ, because I've gone through so many near-death experiences that it was my time to give my life over to Christ. And in September 1996, I left rehab in Plymouth, went to Cambridge. And just about 3 days later, I just went into a church and just said, I'm going to give my life to Christ. And it took me 17 years to kind of put out another tune. Not that I hadn't been doing songs, but I think it's the appropriate time now, because I'm full up of the word, I'm full up of the gospel, and I've got fire shut up in my bones.
So this is where the conversion comes from, not just being a reggae artist, but a gospel reggae artist.
Because I grew up in church when I was small. My mum was a Christian, and I always knew that I'd have to go back to the Lord, because all through my life I felt uncomfortable, because I was doing bad things, womanizing, and these things I knew was wrong, and then my life would take a downturn, because I could feel God telling me, no, Junior, please, and I was out of control, so I just allowed God to come. I tried everything. I was in the Nation of Islam, I was in the Holy Tabernacle, I've been in different things, but when I found Jesus, it was a different experience. And I've just allowed him, and I just use his word to guide my life, and it's just like working out, and I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm just humble to what he wants me to do. I don't know if he wants me to come and tell some people where I'm coming from, and they can make it too, because I've been rock bottom before,
I mean, we all know how great it is when someone who's gone through it is telling someone who's going through it how to get out of it. Because easier said than done. But the ones that have been through it, you can say, it was hard, but this is how I did it. Not everyone can do it the same way, but you're giving them that advice. It's a brilliant thing to be able to do that. We're looking at 2016. You said 17 years to keep, but 2016 is approaching. What are your plans and projects and ideas for 2016?
2016, first of all, I'm going to allow the Lord to lead my life. I'm not going to try and do everything by might and power. I need to be on this show. I need to do this. It's like times like this where somebody may ask me to come and do what I'm doing now, and I'm just obliged to be here and allow the Lord to have his way in my life, and 2016 I've got an album coming out, hopefully February, March. It's something that I've been working on for the last 3 years. I have a few singles out at the moment. I have an EP out called Crown on My Head on you can get that on iTunes now, or the download. And
stop there now. The Crown on My Head. What is that all about?
I wrote that song when I was actually going through my drug addiction years ago, because I used to get visions when I used to, because there was times when my drug dealer used to live in King's Cross, and I lived in Harlesden, and I used to run from Harlesden to King's Cross.
Never said.
And I used to beat the bus.
Never said.
It's terrible, but I used to do that, and whilst walking at night in the dark where nobody can see me, I used to sing songs as I was going along, and I said, my mind used to tell me that one day I will wear that crown, one day I will walk in Jerusalem, one day I will preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. This was when I was in my down times. I just believed within myself that I will get out and God will make me great, again, because people used to Junior down and he's taking drugs and what have you, and it's a shameful thing. But when you're out of control and you can't do anything about it, then that's where I've allowed God to come in. So the reason why I'm so excited about God is because my strength was finished, and I said, okay, God, have your way. And the fact that he's taken me out of that rut, I can't believe it because a lot of my friends are dead now. A lot of them died of heart attacks, and a lot of them died because they got shot, stabbed because of that type of lifestyle. So me living in this newness of life, new light. I've just been, the Bible says, to whom much is given, much is required. So 2016, I want to put an album out, but music is like secondary to what I've been called to do. I've been called to preach the gospel, and I understand that I'll get persecuted. I understand that I may have to die one day for the cause, So this is what I'm gearing up for, because when I see the pattern of the world and how it's going, it just goes right in line with the book of Revelation, where it said, it tells you about the world recession, tells you that, Syria, Damascus will be heaped rubble on top of rubble. So God says, I made the evil man for the evil day to come. So when we know these things, we don't wonder why. Oh, why is this happening? Why is that happening? It is written, and if the world can get you not to read the Bible, then you won't know what's happening. You'll be confused. Oh, why is this? You'll be depressed. You'll be down. You go to the doctor because you tell the doctor, I've got pain in my foot, and he says, you're depressed. You know what I'm saying? So there's a motive, there's a scheme to kill God's people, and I really identify with, what's happening at this time. So I just want God to use me in 2016.
I mean, you are rather deep.
Yes.
Really? Yeah, where you are. So when you say this, in 2016, when you're doing a new album, and it's going to still be, the message is preaching, it's preaching.
Yeah, most of them are messages about what I've been through and how I got out of it,
and how others can. Okay. And the title again is better.
Funnily enough, this my EP is called Crown on My Head, but my album is going to be called I Thank You. I Thank You.
Well, chosen words.
Yeah, because I just want to thank
chosen
Jesus.
Words there. I thank you. Yeah. And hello. Did you? I don't know if you was when you was in the green room there. You was watching this little clip we had from Birmingham, and there was a gospel group.
Yeah, Annette B. Queen B. She's God sent.
Yeah.
God sent. She's an angel.
Yeah.
She's an angel. You had D Shy in there.
Yeah.
You had DJ Proclaimer.
Lighty.
Lighty. These are the guys that actually, how should I put? They
inspired you.
Inspired me, and they actually endorsed me in the reggae gospel thing, because when I sent my first song to them, they didn't, hold back. They picked me up straight away. Started playing my songs on the radio. Annette B started getting shows for me. Because she asked me for my video. I think she played it on one of your shows, and God's favor is just. God's favour is just wonderful. I just love Annette B because she's such a pinnacle in the reggae gospel business, and she doesn't complain. She gets up. I don't know, her work ethics is just second to none. Sometimes she's in London, then you hear she's in Manchester like 2-3 hours later. And that's how she's making the Lord use her. Love Annette B.
Junior, I'm going to ask you to do two things for me. The first thing I'm going to ask you to do is to look straight into, and I hope I'm doing it correctly, this camera, and slowly give out all your details so people can, hear more about you and what you're doing, website addresses and what have you, and look into that for me there.
Hello people, yes, my website is juniordanofficial.com, where you can get my bio and information on what I'm doing and what I've done, and you can hit me up on Facebook. I use Facebook a lot, Junior Dan Graham, okay, and on Twitter it's JuniorDan1, and I don't really use Instagram or anything like that. And you can get my music on iTunes and Spotify and Amazon.
We have to round this up now, and the other thing I was going to say to you is that I'm going to put you on the spot. I like to sing out the song with a favourite of mine. It's a Nat King Cole one, but I just want to thank everyone that came out today and